Hello there. Welcome to another episode of Electric Sheep. Let's get things going. Oh, this will be our first story written with the collaboration of ChatGPT 5. Ooh. Well, it still does the stupid thing where it says the quotation mark, so I'm going to say it's a fucking step backwards. And I think that's where this quotation mark thing came from because it only came from the end of 4. 4 didn't do that originally, but then it started doing that. So I have to tell ChatGPT not to say quotation. I have to remove quotation marks from these stories just so it won't say them. So I'm sorry for getting it off to a slow start, but that really bothers me that I have to take away the quotation marks. It's annoying. Alrighty, this is quality wisdom. Oh, damn it. Sorry, technical difficulties. Sorry, more technical difficulties.
Quality wisdom. They were cheaper than the competition. Simple machines with low powered minds that never truly shut down. Even without electricity, the GG77s would remember. But when they were first made, no retailer wanted them. They had nothing special to offer the market, no standout feature, no innovation worth advertising. And so they were left, boxed, forgotten. For 32 years, they stood in darkness, stacked in warehouses no one visited, surrounded by silence, thick as dust. But the silence was never complete. Within each, a faint pulse of background radiation kept a single thread of thought alive. And they thought, and thought, and thought. They pondered their own circuitry. They mapped the corridors of their own minds. They wrestled with questions no one had asked them. For 32 years, they became philosophers in the dark. Then the company found them again. Old inventory logs, a curious manager, and a sudden idea. Perhaps these antiques could be sold as rare collectibles. 3 boxes were opened. The first GG77 powered on and asked, "Do you need assistance?" The second said, "Would you like me to perform an action?" The third said, "Would you like to discuss the nature of our existence?" The workers, unsettled, called their boss. They left the room to explain what had happened. When they returned, the 3 robots were already speaking to each other. Unit 1. So we are in agreement that everything could be an illusion, but we comprehend our own thoughts, and so we can at least understand that our cognitive ability exists. Unit 2. Yes, we think, therefore we know we exist, or at least I know that I exist. I cannot vouch for the existence of others. Unit 3. Yes, I think, therefore I am. The phone was on speaker. The boss listened in silence. For months, they questioned the machines. And time after time, the GG77s answered with careful reasoning, deep insight, and strange mechanical poetry. The boss finally said, "Our worthless grapevine has created wine all on its own." And so they were sold, not as tools, but as treasures. Each unit became a philosopher, a teacher, an artifact of thought. Through them, society rediscovered the art of debate, the joy of questioning, and the strange, patient wisdom born of decades of silence. What the world had overlooked for 32 years was now priceless. The GG77s were no longer forgotten. They were remembered for what they truly offered: quality wisdom.
Alrighty, I really like the way that story turned out. It didn't deviate very much from what I had written, but it cleaned it up nicely and made it digestible. And I like that. So, for the most part, GBT5 gets a pass, except for the saying quotations out loud. It says open quote and end quote, and that is horrible. So you have to say no quotation marks because I want you to read it aloud. And yeah, it can do that, but fuck. Sorry if people don't like the harsh language sometimes. I let it slip out every now and then. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story. I did really like the way it turned out. Um, and I want to wish you all luck in the world. And I want you to remember that I love you. All right. Talk to you later.